One other thing that I know I struggled before, and we talked before about it, is subjective to
Yeah.
measurable. So what I'm trying to say is that there are cases, when the requirement says it has to be nice, it has to feel this way or that
Has to
way.
feel premium.
Yeah, it has to feel premium. But what is premium? And I know I lost some battles with some departments, over whether feature will get implemented or not, because they came with very concrete numbers in terms of weight and
Yeah.
cost of something, and I wasn't able to deliver my the weight of my input because it was it's gonna be important to the customer, or to what do you mean when you say it needs to be nice? So maybe before I spoil, say my answer to it. What are your thoughts on that? Like, and do you encounter this now also in this
Yeah.
software company? Huh?
I think there are two things that I want to mention there. One is when it's subjective, somebody has to have the authority to say what is good, what is bad.
Mhm.
And that authority is an external factor.
Yeah.
So somebody, the CEO of the company, whomever has the authority, has to give the authority about that specific area to that specific person. That person will say, this is good, this is not good. And he or she has the authority. The other is benchmarking. That's benchmark. Where are you positioning your product? What are what is the competition? What is the competition above, below? Benchmark the competition, and that will tell you what is. You can objectivize it. If you remember the development of the Nevera, talking about the knobs, how should they feel? What is a right click?
Yeah.
A click is something that it's not
Feedback.
too weak. It has feedback, no backlash. It has to be solid. You can test many things. You can test, even we were talking at some point, you can check the knob of a microwave. How does it feel? It's loose. Do you want this in your car? At the end, you ask yourself, I want this in my product?
Yeah.
No. And what is this? It clicks every quarter rotation, every 1,000 of rotation, whatever. It's too loud, too quiet, too much feedback, too less feedback. By benchmarking, you can do everything down to objective things. And in one road trip with one ex-colleague of us, we were talking about cars, and I said that I always wanted to hate the Porsche 911 because that car is wrong. It's from an engineering point of view, it's wrong. The engine in the back. Now, Porsche has done so much work to make it work that it's amazing.
Mhm.
When I drove it first time in track, when I cut my hair at 30 years old, I wanted to hate the car. I love it.
Yeah.
And I said that everything works as it should. Everything, the feel of everything. And I was talking about the gear shift. It's short, it's clicky, it's weighty, but it's not too heavy. It's, yes, but how do they... You just go down to math. You start testing or you benchmark and you said, the travel has to be this amount of millimeters. And the force of insertion of the gear has to be this amount. Because you have tested many things and that is what gives the feeling that you want. At the end, to a certain point, is removing all passion from development. Some point like, the Porsche 11 of engineering quality is you remove all passion from the engineering. It's just pure math. You need to make this many Newton meters of force to engage a gear. The feeling, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it becomes also a challenge how to measure some of these things in a physical product.
Yes.
I know you already left, but we were buying some measurement equipment for exactly this purpose, because you need to get those values. You need to measure. There is also another way of doing it, albeit less precise, I want to say, but you can survey. You can give example of current status, survey enough people, so convert it to a number, let's say, on a certain scale, iterate, survey again, same people, and see if the score improved or if it was reduced. So that's also another way you can quantify some.
Yeah, that's very common. You have to be careful who you ask.
Yeah.
Also, they have to be like representative of your potential customers.
Yeah.
And that I always remember that Steve Jobs once said that when he was running Apple, he never asked the customers what they want.
Yeah.
He was just doing what, from his point of view, was the best.